When you're buying a commercial property, the first step is to engage with your agent is asking for something called IM. IM stands for Information Memorandum. In this video, I am going to show what are the things that you need to look into while you are reading through this IM. So that being said, IM stands for Information Memorandum. Sometimes it is also called OM or Offering Memorandum. It's more of an US term. In Australia, mostly we call IM. So the first thing that normally that you will do is that asking the agent that can you send me the IM, because unlike residential property where you just go for the listing, in commercial property it is more of a norm to ask for the IM. IM is like a brochure where it gives the best representation of that property from the agent or from the seller's point of view, because remember the seller or the agent, they want to sell that property, so they want to present the property in a best case. So they want to take the best photos, they want to explain the things, that the positive things about that property might not highlight about the negative things of the property. So which is why reading IM is an important part, because that's like a benchmark, and based on that probably you will put offer. So the first thing that you look into in IM is that, okay, what's the rent that I'll be collecting? What is the rent that I'll be collecting? And if it is not mentioned in that, perhaps you can ask to the agent, or even the agent says that I don't know, you say that can you find out and tell us that how much rent? Because if you don't know how much rent you will be collecting, on what basis you will be putting an offer, because that is like a must. Sometimes agents are a bit tricky way to answer. They will say, oh, 8% return. So then you know whatever be the rent you will be collecting on that 8% net rent. So again, then later on, once you figure it out, let's say that rent that you are collecting is 80,000, that means 8%. So 80,000 divided by 0.08 is basically they are asking for $1 million purchase price. They sometimes could say that, okay, $1 million is the purchase price with 8% return. That means the rent that you will be collecting is 80,000. So my point is, sometimes they'll give you two variables, the other variables that you have to calculate and eventually come up with. These are kind of a industry standard. Then you also look like a professionals whenever you talk to these agents, and will find out that, okay, how to calculate the other part. Okay, so once you know that how much rent that will be, and they're asking cap rate. Cap is for capitalization rate, which basically the percentage of rent that you get for every $100 that you will be spending. That cap rate is, let's say 8% is they're asking. That doesn't mean that you have to pay 8%. You can always negotiate, and this is one of the best part in commercial property. Unlike residential property where so many people are kind of pushing that, and does happen in commercial as well. But you can negotiate and you can come up with, rather than 8% to 7.8% or 7.5%. And this is how a professional negotiator is as important part of your commercial property journey. So if you are shy and if you can't negotiate, or if you don't know how to do this thing, perhaps it's better to employ somebody who can do this on your behalf, so that way you get that a profit rent that you will be able to collect, because your yield is little more or high. So in a nutshell, these are the two things that you will be asking. Now the next one that you will be looking into that IM is the property address. Where is that? Which locations? How big is the property? What's the what's the photos and all, everything that looking like where? So you do that Google Maps and checks and where it is. You would be able to check that what's the land tax that you will be paying based on the property address, based on which state it is. You would be able to find out how much is the land tax that you need to pay, how much is the council rate that you are paying. All these things that you will be getting as part of the due diligence. But in IM, you should be looking all these things, and eventually you will come up with, okay, this is the price that I'll be paying. Because based on this IM, what happens is as kind of a benchmark. Later on, you will use that IM as a benchmark, and when you actually buy and you do the due diligence, then you say it has been said like this, but it is not matching now. Why is it so? You can then argue with the agent and potentially come up with a better price, or you get something else as a result. You are not getting this. So reading IM is must, line by line, and knowing each and everything is an important part of your commercial property journey. You need to read multiple IMs, to get some sort of confidence what does it mean, because all these IMs or all these information memorandum is kind of a similar format, which will give you the executive summary, profile about the property, about the tenant, about the business, what's happening, where is the location, and in the suburbs in that vicinity, if it is a town, some town description, what's happening within that area. All this information is there in this information memorandum. So if you start reading multiple information memorandum, you would be able to understand, but these are the main things that you'll be looking: how much rent I'll be collecting, what's the return they're asking, how big is the property, what's the age and size and all sort of things, what's the different photos are looking, by sort of, because if you want to buy properties, you need to read through multiple IMs, and if you don't, then you will be doing some sort of a guess. And what you need to do is not to about guessing, that's more of an informed decision. So reading this IM is must, and reading this IM. So if you are tomorrow, if you want to, you look for a property and if you liked it, the first thing that you'll be asking is that please send me the IM so that I can have a look and come up. And just do this, read through 2 or 3 or 4 different IMs and see what it means. If you find something that you do not know, maybe put some comments in this video so that I can answer what does it mean and all. That way you will get more knowledge. Remember, commercial property learnings, you have to have quite a significant of learnings before you actually buy properties, because risky territory if you don't know things. If you know things, then it's not risky at all. So knowing is an important part. Education is the number one thing, and reading IM is the part of your education. I hope you find this video helpful. If you like this video, please do me a favor, like this video, subscribe my channel and turn the notification bell on so you get to see more videos like this, and it will also help me to reach out to more people like you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.